All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have another very special guest interview for you guys this week. We have the champion of NWA 360, as well as the champion of Texas Stampede. He's a former NWA North American champion and your current NWA Houston Lonestar Champion. He is none other than Big Daddy Yum Yum, Byron Wilcott. Welcome to the show, sir.
Hey, only the ladies can call me Big Daddy Yum Yum. Guys aren't allowed to call me
Abel
that.
counts.
Dude,
Abel counts.
Dude,
People count.
ever since he saw you at the NWA Invasion show, he cannot stop referring to you as Big Daddy Yum Yum. He has the biggest
It's a great name. It's a great name. It's out there. The people are loving it. More importantly, the ladies are loving it.
And Abel.
And Abel. He has the biggest Kool-Aid smile every time he says it. He's turning red. He's turning red right now as he speaks.
A little bit.
He's kind of flustered right now.
You can't see it under the brown, but, you know. Yeah. All right. Wow, this is...
Gotta love it.
this is to a great start.
See what you do to this man?
I'm teaching lessons. You know, I'm having a seminar next month on how to make yourself bigger and yummier. I invite all men to come out so you can try to find out these secrets that I got to picking up these ladies. They love this. I'm trying to help the average man get where I am. You know, I'm a man and a half.
Oh, Sensei, will you please teach me your ways?
You gotta pump up that shake weight, player.
Ah! Yes!
Awesome. I'll definitely have to...
It only takes 6 to 8 weeks to get right on it.
I'll definitely have to run out and get a shake weight there, so I'll definitely have to do that. Oh, man. So, yeah, shake weight, huh?
Shake weight.
So,
My success is the secret to this gorgeous black body. You know, I wasn't always this dark and lovely. I tan every day to stay this dark. To get lovely, I use that shake weight to get pumped up.
You know, that is just a really unique thing that you don't see very often. First off, you don't see the signature foreign objects that a wrestler has very often nowadays. Aside from that, you don't even see anything that's kind of goofy like a shake weight anymore.
What do you mean kind of goofy? It's not goofy. The shake weight is the most deadliest foreign object ever. And not only do I have the shake weight, it's what's in the box. Even before the shake weight pulls out, it's what's in the box. Everybody wants to know what's in the box.
Yeah, what's in the box, bro?
The box is awesome. It's leopard print. Who comes in the ring in a leopard print box? Daddy Yum Yum, that's it.
All right, so tell me here, man. How did you come up with the box? How did you come up with the shake weight? What all made that come about?
Man, it's a long story, but let's see. The shake weight came about when I came back to Texas, and I had a manager, a guy named Mark Weston, and he wasn't really a manager, more so we called him the best cut man in the business. And so he was kind of like a boxing style entrance. We came to the ring, he had a little stool for me to sit in the corner, and he had a pail with all his cut man materials in it, you know. And so we'd get ready and prepare, you know, like when you're in the corner out between rounds, he's like, cut me, Rock, cut me. I want to finish the match. And so it's kind of a thing like that. And he had the bucket for any time I got injured, he had a remedy for it. So like one day this guy was working my arm, and it was hurting, and he gave me the massage, but the massage wasn't cutting it. And I was like, I need something else. I got to finish the match. And he's like, I got something for that. So he pulls out the shake weight. I pump up. I felt the power. And I was like, we got to keep that shake weight. Shake weight. But, you know, the shake weight in the bucket just wasn't enough, you know. Like, it was cool. I had the best cut man in the business, Mark Weston. But once Mark had to go his own way, well, I had to come up with something else. And so I was watching this movie, what is it called? How Long Came the Spider? Morgan Freeman and Brad Pitt. Seven. Watching Seven, right? So at the end of the movie, he's way out in the desert, Kevin Spacey, Brad Pitt, he's talking about his wife or something like that. Mm-hmm. And then the guy comes with a package, and Morgan Freeman's like, hey, put that gun down. And Brad is like, why? Why did you put the gun out? What's in the box? He's like, don't worry about what's in the box. Just put the gun down. He goes, what's in the box? What's in the box? I need a box. Just so the fans can say, what's in the box? There you go. There's the shake weight and the box. And like, the box was originally blue. And I came out with the box, and like, the fans at NWA Houston went and bought boxes. And so like, I come out, and I'm looking for my box in the middle of the ring, and there's 4 boxes all the way around. I'm like, and then I wasn't sure which one was mine, you know? And he had took a box, and he put leopard print material all the way around it. And so afterwards, he gave it to me. So that's the box I use now with the pink leopard print. So,
And that was all just to make it different so that you could tell which one was your box.
which one was my box? Because I can't be coming around with this, I gotta have something custom, you know? I've been with the standard that anybody can go to the store and get, and the fans threw me off bringing blue boxes. There's 3 blue boxes and 1 black one around. You know, I didn't touch it in the head, so I can't see straight. I don't know which one to grab. So, but not now. Nobody has a leopard print box with Big Daddy Yo-Yo.
That is freaking awesome. That's a great story there, man. Let me...
You know, I try.
Let me kind of rewind the clock a little bit, kind of go back. What is it that initially got you into wrestling? Who did you, grow up watching, or what did you like?
Let's see. I originally didn't know. I remember the first time I heard about wrestling, I was at my grandmother's house. And I was spending the summer down there. I must have been, I don't know, maybe 6, at the most 7. And I was spending the week down there, and then the weekend came. My grandmother, she lived in the country. So at that time, you didn't have digital TV. Showing my age here, people had these big antennas that went behind the houses in the country. But with the cool thing about these big antennas, you could pick up stations from all over. And so at my grandmother's house, she got NWA Mid-Atlantic, she got World Class, she got AWA, and some crappy wrestler from Arkansas. I don't know what the name of it was, but it was really crappy. And so that was my first time watching wrestling movies, because my cousin watched it. And I was like, man, this is great. They're like Tarzan. And I watched Von Erich. Kevin Von Erich. And I was like, man, it's Tarzan on TV, kicking people in real life. So I was like, man, I gotta do that. I gotta check that out. And so my dad, he had cable, and so when I go over to his house, we'd watch WWF. I didn't really too much like WWF at the time, but I remember, I think Junkyard Dog had left Mid-South and went to WWF. So I watched Junkyard Dog, and then I started to like Hulk Hogan, and then eventually Ultimate Warrior. But after Ultimate Warrior, I just kind of stopped watching WWF. I was more of a WCW, Crockett Promotions, NWA Mid-Atlantic type of guy.
Awesome.
So that's how I kind of just started watching wrestling. I remember one of the first matches I saw, or no, probably wasn't the first match I saw, but one of the most memorable things I remember is I was being bad one time, and my grandmother was like, you gotta be good. You gotta go to bed. I'm gonna tell Dr. Death to come get you. And I'm like, no! Anybody with Dr. Death, he's gonna get you. He's gonna slam you. No! I'm gonna go to bed. So, I was scared of Dr. Death when I was a kid, and then I finally ended up eating him, actually. So, it's pretty cool.
Wow, so the gimmick really worked there. The Dr. Death gimmick really worked on
yeah,
you.
I was scared of Dr. Death. I thought he killed people. His name was Dr. Death. He gets in the ring and he does a little jog, and he's spitting and his jaws are moving as he's breathing air out. I was like literally scared of him. I was like, oh, he's gonna kill me. Please don't be under my bed, Dr. Death, please.
Wow, that's awesome. I wasn't really expecting that response for all these other like more independent type of promotions, back in the territory days. And
I ain't that damn old now.
I'm not saying that. I know you were young, so but sometimes people forget about those, and especially if they were only maybe in just one of the territories and didn't get to see all of the others. So that's really cool that you had access to all of them, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to watch a lot of them when I was at Grandma's house, but like, you know, at Shreveport, we just had, when I was at my mom's and my dad's, we just had my dad had cable, so we had WWF, and they had their cartoon going on, so I think the cartoon was more so the reason why I watched that. To me, I just always loved WCW at the time better.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't start watching WWF again until, I tell you, I love WCW, I love Sting, Steamboat. I used to love That's Wonder Kid, Alex Wright, Molly, all of them. I used to love them. And so my brother, he loved WWF, and he used to love some Stone Cold. Stone Cold, like, get the hell out of here. I'm going with no damn stunning Steve Austin. Get the hell out of here. He'd always be asking to switch the channel during commercial. And so one day it was boring, so I switched the channel. And I never watched. Bret Hart never really did it for me. Undertaker at the time, like now, Undertaker, I like him. Undertaker back in the day didn't do nothing for me. Even like Shawn Michaels was cool. He was kind of cool. He had a little sexy boy thing. That was kind of cool. And but nobody really appealed to me at that time. So I flipped the channel. My brother went to see Stone Cold, and I saw The Rock. And that mug was going hard. You know, I was like, oh my goodness. This dude's so charismatic. What is he saying? What is he going to say next? And he dropped he was talking about Billy Gunn meeting God. And so
Yes.
It don't matter what your name is.
Yes.
But this dude is genius.
Yeah.
So I started watching WWF just for The Rock. And then I started liking all the other stuff they had going on. And that's when I started getting into the Monday Night Wars. You know, but I was straight Kevin Nash, Hulk Hogan, you know, Sting. That was it.
You know, it's funny that you bring up The Rock in that way, because a few weeks ago, whenever we did our review for the NWA Invasion event, and we were talking about you and your match, I drew the comparison of your character being so charismatic and over with the fans, even though you're not supposed to be cheered, you know, because you're one of the bad guys. And I compared that to The Rock earlier in his career, you know, when The Rock was first, you know, supposed to be booed and he was a heel, and, you know, when he was still so charismatic that people really took a shine to him, even though we weren't really supposed to like him. And I drew that comparison there. And
you almost love for him to take a shot at you, like when you be repeating his stuff. It's like, whoa, this ain't singing along with The Rock. Don't be stealing The Rock's trademark. And you're like, oh, come on, Rock, let me say it. You know, but he was a very charismatic dude. You know, one of the top two, if not number one. You know.
So would you say that you have tried to maybe mold your character from him, or if not from him, but from who else? Who are your inspirations for your character?
I mean, like, any comparison to The Rock to me would be a huge compliment. Like The Rock, Booker T, Triple H, Kurt Angle are probably my all-time favorites, you know, in the world, you know. So any comparison that for you to even think that it reminded you of is a huge compliment to me. But but I was a big Rock aficionado, so I'd listen to all his promos and try to be real quick-witted, have something funny to say, cool stories, you know. So, yeah, I would say, like, I look to The Rock for inspiration, you know. But all four of those guys, I think, are four of the best guys ever, in my opinion.
All right. Sounds pretty cool. You know, I would say that, you know, I could see some of that, you know, in you, but you're also still a very unique character in and of itself. And if there's anybody that's out there that hasn't been to an NWA Houston show and hasn't seen what their champ, Byron Wilcott, can do, I would suggest that they would try to make the trek out there this weekend, this Friday, and watch him defend his Lonestar title. You're going to be taking on Raymond Rowe, who's another crowd favorite, I would say, and I think that's going to be a really, really important match, as well as it being a very hard hitting and fast paced and high octane. So I'm really looking forward to that match. Are you looking forward to it, or is it going to be another day in the office for you?
You are exactly right in telling these people, like, listen, I am the king of Texas right now. I hold three heavyweight titles in Texas. I got Dallas covered. I got Houston covered. I got the area in between and Temple covered. I'm the man up in here. And I'm fighting Ray Monroe. I like to call him Ray Rowe. I'm fighting him this Friday. And you're right. This is the most important, most hard-hitting, most brutal match Ray Rowe has ever had in his career. It's going to be fantastic. It's going to be fabulous. He's going to finally see what it takes to wrestle a real man. He's going to finally see what wrestling a real man is all about. And I don't know. Maybe he'll surprise me. I doubt it. Maybe he'll survive past the first 5 minutes. I don't think so. Maybe he'll even get a move on me and get a 2 count. Probably not.
Maybe. So a betting man should bet on you to win this Friday, right?
I think, listen, everybody that they put up against me, I've either beaten or beat up. I've lost 1 match in 6 months. Come on. I'm the man that, in the 1 match I lost to was to the NWA World Heavyweight Champion. Mm-hmm. Not to count out that the month before I laid him out. So NWA World Heavyweight Champion Rob Conway, everybody he fought before he fought me, he beat and pinned him 1, 2, 3, or submitted him. When he fought me for the very first time he fought me, he didn't pin me, he didn't submit me, he was laid out, knocked out, with me standing over. Yeah. That's not the type of man I am. Because Ray Rowe, honestly, I'm going to tell you, I feel sorry for Ray Rowe. Really, my mother prays for me every night. And right now, from now until Friday, I'm going to pray for Ray Rowe's mother. Because when I'm done with Ray Rowe, his mother won't recognize him. You know what I'm saying? He's not going to be her baby boy. He's going to just be she's going to actually think he's a black guy because he's going to be so black and blue. You know what I'm saying? His face going to be swollen. He's going to have some big lips, some pellet. He's not going to recognize it. But for real though, Ray Monroe's an awesome guy. He's pretty strong. He came from Ohio, came to Texas, made a name for himself. He's a standout guy. Everybody wants to see him. But this is the thing. I look small on that DVD player. I look small on YouTube. I'm probably about 7 inches tall on most people's computer screens. But in actuality, I'm 6'5", 256 gallons of pure chocolate. Ray Rowe, that ring, I'm going to pour all this chocolate, all this pure milk chocolate all over his ass. Because, to be honest, Ray Rowe is a person who I like to call undesirable. He doesn't fit. Let's roll the clock back maybe 3 months ago, and he was a light heavyweight champion. But then he couldn't hold on to that title because they deemed him too fat. He got stripped of that title. And then he cut weight to finally get that title. Light heavyweight, that's 220 and below. Taking the fact, I'm 256 pounds. He had to get below 220. And then what happened? He got beat by Ricky Starks for that title. Now, he's in the stores, he's in McDonald's, he's in the donut shop, he's in Southern Maze, he's in Dunkin', he's in Krispy Kreme, trying to beat back up. But this is the thing. He tried to beat back up. But I'm already here. I'm used to whatever weight he gets to. Hopefully he gets above 220. Maybe he gets to 230. Anything, if he gets above 230, that's just extra dead weight. His skeleton ain't designed to carry all that. But I don't care how big he gets. I'm going to put him up on my shoulders. I'm going to gut bust him. All them donuts, all them that bacon, all the McDonald's, all that's going to come spluttering out on the mat. I'm going to pin him 1, 2, 3, call it a day. Go to the club, party, get these women, these 6 foot tall white women. You know how I like them.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
I
Okay.
like my white women 6 feet tall with some big breasts, like Darren Bailey. Look her up on Facebook. She fine as hell. Darren Bailey, ladies and gentlemen, she fine. Look like her. Tell your sister to call me.
Hey Byron, quick question.
Yo.
When you're flirting with the women, do you have the shake weight with you?
Yeah, in my pants. Like, hey, pump this up, girl. Pump this up. Shake it out. Shake weight on me at all times.
Oh my goodness. All right, so needless to say,
Tony Brook, y'all gonna get me in trouble. Tony Brook gonna go find me.
I think we're past that, my friend.
yeah, that line's been
I
crossed.
gotta
It's
delete
okay.
that. Don't find me.
It's all right. We still have faith in you.
Yeah. All right. So, needless to say, if you don't know that this guy is a very charismatic guy, you know now. And if you want to see more of him, you need to come down to the show this Friday. Come check him out. Now, with all that being said, I kind of want to ask you to share a little story with some of our listeners here. When we were there, and we'll start off by giving our end of the story, and we'll go from there. When we were there at the NWA Invasion event, we had our computer set up, and we were interviewing various people, and we were supposed to interview you, and we were gonna have you come down and do a little thing with us, for a couple of minutes. And you come and you walk over to our table, and we get to meet you. We shake your hand, and we didn't get a chance to interview you because you were a little bit busy. You had something you had to go do. You had to go. Yeah, you were a little bit of a bind. There's something that was amiss. Can you share with our listeners what had happened that day?
Well, like the previous week, I was wrestling. I did a three triple shot wrestling. The last time I was at this lucha show. And so I hit the guy with the shake weight, got the win, put it back up. I hadn't taken it out in probably 4 or 5 days. So I'm bringing my stuff in, I'm checking my stuff, because we had a little clinic with the Japanese dudes that was over there. So I'm taking my stuff out, checking my stuff. I pop up the shake weight, and the top of it flies off. The springs inside of it fly off some nuts and bolts. I'm like, what the hell? Put part in my hand. I guess I hit the dude, and it knocked something loose. And so when I shook it, boom, it's gone. So now I'm at the biggest show of the year, NWA Invasion. Got Juju Thunder Liger, Tim Zen, Gato, the booker for New Japan, the owner of the company that owns New Japan there, and the shake weight is out of commission. So I'm like, oh, what am I going to do, bro? I'm in a bind. So I'm like, hey, I got to go to the store. And I met y'all. Y'all like, hey, can I do an interview? I was like, as soon as I get back, I'll do this interview. I got to go to the store right quick. So I'm going to the store looking for a shake weight. I go to Walmart, no shake weight. I go to Sports Authority, no shake weight. I go to Academy, no shake weight. And then at this point, now it's 5 o'clock. So traffic is a beast in Houston. So I can't even get back to the show in time for the autograph signing. So finally, I get back to the building. I walk in the building. I take my workout clothes off, put my suit on with my vest. I leave the jacket in the back. Throw the matching suspenders on with the tie. Who has a matching suspenders with their tie? Big Daddy Young. But I put all that on, get my title, come outside, one belt on one shoulder, one belt on the other shoulder. Rob Conway's doing his little thing, selling some pictures, trying to take some pictures, trying to get the people behind it. I interrupt that shit like I'm Muhammad Ali and he's Joe Frazier. The champion here, I'm going to take your title tonight. I got 2 titles on my shoulders, 16 pounds of gold on my shoulders. You got 10 around your waist. To me, in my mind, that makes me better than you, Conway. That's how that story was.
Yeah.
And so he ended up not even getting the shake weight. Couldn't find it. So what did I do? Luckily, I'm a genius. and duct tape can fix anything. I rigged it, duct taped it, put some black tape around it. You couldn't even tell. Ended up hitting Rob Conway with it. It worked perfectly. Buy the DVD, you'll see it all.
Yeah.
So, when we had heard and that your shake weight was broken and you're out shopping for a shake weight, but you had not yet made it back, we got a little concerned. We're like, oh man, what happened to this dude's shake weight? And we heard, you had gone to Walmart and there wasn't any there. This is what we did. Well, actually, Chris decided to bust out his smartphone. And he called different places around town. Chris, where did you call?
I called Academy. I called Walgreens. I called Walmart. I called CVS. And
That's awesome.
they all told him, no, we don't have a shake weight.
no, Academy even said, "Oh, what?"
And then we see you later on in the show with the shake weight, and we didn't know that you had duct tape it. We just assumed that you actually had bought another shake weight, that you had actually found one. And
I'm good. I'm a genius with duct tape. You can fix anything with duct tape. Cut your arm off, you can hold it together with duct tape.
Well, let me ask you this: are you still rolling with the duct tape shake weight, or have you found a brand new one?
Unfortunately, I'm still rolling with the duct tape shake weight. It's not because I don't have the money. I got the money. But basically, I guess people found out that the shake weight actually isn't that big of a workout. It wasn't doing everything that it said it would do. And so basically, I think Walmart and Academy and all those stores like that took it off the shelves. Because I remember when I broke one before and I went to buy it, originally, it was like $20, and it was for the regular size one. And the last one I had was like the 15-pound. So, and that one was $9 when I bought it. So, I guess they had them on clearance and they got rid of them all. But unless I find one on eBay or find one on Craigslist or Backpage or something, I'm going to be without the shake weight.
Well, yeah, what kind of?
If you're listening to this show, if you're listening to this wrestling show, if you're listening to Houston Wrestling Radio, if you want to donate, you know where shake weight is, you found one, hit me up on Facebook. I need it. You got to keep this gimmick going.
I'm on the case. Yum yum. I'm on it.
If anybody comes across a shake weight, we'll make sure that it finds your rightful hands, that it gets into your hands, because nobody knows how to use a shake weight quite like you do. I mean, you said
they don't know how
that.
to use it right. It really works. It pumps you up. You got to use it right, though. Secret technique, Chinese secret.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. That's why they took it off the shelves. Nobody was using it right. If they knew how to use it, then it would be a great workout. But,
I think people were getting hurt. That's why they took it off. Because people weren't using it right. They got hurt. Had to take it off.
Oh man!
But we need it. Hey, guys, if you see a shake weight, if you're able to pick a color, if they got a variety, get the gold one because it's in a black man's soul to rock that gold. So I need that gold one. If you can't find the gold one, you got the gray one, you got the black one. Send that on over to. I'll go have it spray painted.
All right.
If we come across the gold one, we'll let you know, man. Okay. We want to go ahead and just start wrapping this up. We got the rest of the show that we got to attend to. But before we let you go,
wrapping it up, I can go all day. I'm the most important man alive in wrestling.
But you're wearing us out, man.
There's so much people don't know about me. There's so much. I'm American royalty. They didn't even know that. I bet you didn't even know that.
Don't give it away for free, Yum Yum. Make them pay for it.
What'd you say?
Don't give it away for free. Make them pay for it. They can find out for themselves on Friday.
Exactly. Come on over here.
All right. Before we let you go, man, is there anything that you need to put over, or anything you want to throw out there, like your Twitter or Facebook or what have you? Is there anything you want to let the listeners know about?
Guess what?
What?
I just got Instagram. I just got it. I'm really not much of a social media type because true players don't have Facebook. That gets you caught up. So I don't have. I tried to go without Facebook for a long time. People were asking, people were trying to get in contact with me. So I got a Facebook, I got a Twitter, I got a YouTube video account, and I also just got an Instagram. I actually haven't even posted a picture yet because I want my first picture to be something epic. My first picture to be something great. So my new Instagram is Byron Wilcott. Type in my name, it'll pop up. I'm the only one in the world. Only Byron Wilcott in the world. It's true. I'm the only one. Like actually everybody that's named Wilcott, W-I-L-C-O-T-T, is related to me. Everybody's named Wilcott, W-I-L-C-O-T-S, is related to me also. Like for some reason, my grandfather and his brother decided to change their name from T-S to two T's. Don't ask me why. It's crazy. Like stuff was different back then. You know, you couldn't keep their records. You know, so that's what it was. But all those are my kinfolk, and I'm the only one. So go on Twitter, type in Byron Wilcott. It's at Byron Wilcott. On Facebook, it's Byron Wilcott. I'm the only one. You shouldn't have any problem finding me. But go to my Instagram page. There's nothing on it right now except for my name, where I'm from, mother info. I haven't posted a picture yet because I'm going to wait until the match on Friday when I face Ray Rowe, the dude from Ohio that thinks he can go around suplexing everybody. I'm going to show this little cruiserweight. I don't care if he's 220, 230. In my mind, he's still a cruiserweight. And he's still in the business by wrestling for the heavyweight title. I'm going to show him what a real man is. I'm going to get it. I'm going to get my camera phone and take a picture. And then I'm going to put it on Instagram. So that's going to be my first picture on Instagram. Beating Raymond Rowe.
You know, that should be a continuing thing. Every time you beat somebody, while they're still on the mat after you pin them, you should bust out your phone, take a picture, and then Instagram it.
Smartphone. Who got a smartphone in here? I'm taking a picture. Post that.
Who was that?
I think that's what I'm going to do.
All right. That's a great idea.
For the idea.
You heard it here first. Houston Wrestling Radio.
I know it wasn't Chris. Who was that?
No, that was Abel. That was me. That wasn't Chris.
I knew it wasn't Chris. Chris don't have good ideas like that.
Oh, man.
Starting to sound like Jasper now.
Chris is where to get a good corn dog from. He know where that is.
This is true, actually, yes.
Yeah, a little bit. All right. Well, hey, man, thanks so much for coming on to our show. We had a blast, and we can't wait to see you on Friday.
Definitely.
Yeah, we hope to have you on our show again someday soon. So, again, thank you so much. It's been an honor.
Hey, thank y'all. I appreciate y'all inviting me out, and I had a great time also.
Oh, man. Woo!
You feel better now? You got that out of your system?
Yes. That was a hell of an interview.
Did we just see his O face?
I think so.
Maybe.
Yeah. Several times, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, over and over.